studying, and the orcas are, well, doing their orca swimming thing. Everything appears to be peaceful and well. On our last episode, the cast of American Superhero was busy putting the finishing touches on the big show. Actors, singers, and dancers were learning their lines, notes, and steps. Let's sneak in and take a listen.
That was horrible. What are you guys doing? Come on. Max, you gotta pick up the pace. Lisa, you've gotta sing to the audience. Out there, they're the ones paying the rent. And for Pete's sakes, people, we hired a top-notch choreographer so it would appear choreographed. It's supposed to be in sync with each other. That's all. Just take a break. Okay. But speaking of choreography, where is our choreographer? I'm here, Ashley.
Yes, Mr. Dazzler, what seems to be the problem?
What seems to be the problem? What seems to be? Your ragtag group has been superheroes, still doesn't have their act together, and we have less than a week to get it right.
Well,
so, what's going on here?
Well, they're all trying their best. It's just that...
Yes?
Well, it's just that for most of them, they're a little bit out of shape, you know? They're trying to get back into shape from the old days, but the days of fighting for truth, justice, the American way are distant memories. I mean, the closet's full of spandex, toned muscles, and six-pack abs disappeared ages ago.
Halftime, Ashley. Simon and the producers are expecting us to be the newest, latest, and greatest sensation to hit the theater scene. We don't have any time for this, so go talk to them, please.
Yes, Mr. Dazzler.
Now, you'd probably be all thinking, Mr. Dazzler, you're being hard on them. And I'd say, you know what, you're right, I am. But it's only because I want them to succeed. They were all heroes, but they're all new to the theater. They come from all walks of life, and each one has a story to tell. But I guess I'm getting ahead of myself, so I should back up from a minute, start at the very beginning. A very good place to start.
Back in time to the headquarters of the Lutheran League of Superheroes. Our heroes are hanging out around the TV, waiting for their next assignments. People often ask, what do superheroes do in their spare time? The answer? Musicals. They watch musicals.
Oh, please, Captain Greenbook. The sound of music my way, add more hymn feet. Add setting 2 of the Holy Communion, throw in a few creeds. Well, short creed. Not that epic loss, what's it called? The Euthanasia Creed. Anyways, after a few songs, I'm sure to add a bunch of
Shh! Come on now, Captain. Take it easy on Superman. And please settle yourself down. We're trying to watch the show.
Thanks, Muscle Man. Hey, everybody. This is the best part. When you know the notes to sing, you can sing most anything. Thank you very much.
Oh, super nice. You have such a lovely voice. Won't you come sing for one of my super potlucks sometime?
Of course, church basement lady. Just as soon as I see you at Mass.
Oh, jeez. Perhaps you didn't notice, sister, but I'm a Protestant. We don't do Mass.
Just as well. More salvation for the rest of us.
Easy, guys. What's wrong with all of you? Here we are doing a nice, quaint little musical, and you're all bickering and fighting with one another. We're the Lutheran League of Superheroes. That's a league. We're like a family. We're supposed to get along. We're supposed to use our power to fight all the evil in the world. We're supposed to be pursuing truth, justice, and the American way. Whatever that means. Regardless, I think we all need to do the shield bill and relax to our next mission.
That's just the problem, Elsie. Since I haven't gone off in weeks.
Well, I agree, Elsie. Business around here has been really slow. Back in the day, we used to be on magazines and TV shows all the time, but now we're just not part of the public consciousness like we used to be.
Easy for you to say, Lisa. Miss, I'm a celebrity spokesperson, Lisa. Miss, I'm an entertainment agent, Lisa. Miss, I'm a 106.9 spokesman, Lisa.
Captain!
Sorry, what? I'm sorry, Lisa. Well, we all seem to be dead over the hill as superheroes. I mean, look at me. My hymns and liturgies used to be known by the heart by millions. I used to own Sunday mornings.
Then what happened, Captain?
I'll tell you what happened, sister. People began to get bored of the same old hymns and liturgies. Started listening to that new book with one voice. Now, coming around with a new Lutheran book of worship. I'm doomed, I tell you. Doomed. Pretty soon, I'll be good enough for holding up poinsettias at Christmas or a doorstop or, well, I'm sorry, everybody. I guess I've just been a bit depressed lately.
I know how you feel, Captain. I used to be the man. I was the real deal. A lean, mean fighting machine. An avatar of strength. Heck, my biceps were so bulbous that scientists could set their clocks to them. Then, a few years back, my hair went gray and my six-pack just disappeared. Now the only real business I get is from the seniors at the North something. It's not the same.
Lovely Lutheran Crusader, but what about all those new superhero movies that have been coming out lately? Spider-Man, the Fantastic Four, Batman Begins. There's even a new Superman coming out this summer.
You ask me, church basement lady, that's exactly the problem. You superheroes are so irrelevant in today's world, they only get us entertainment. Now, I'm no expert. I'm just a little caretaker at headquarters. But it seems to me you superheroes are just dropping off the radar screen and land on the silver screen, forever enshrined as fictional icons due to living existence.
Stop it, Mark. You're making me all depressed. I'm gonna need some more Botox. I'm so lucky to have Botox.
Listen to you guys. You're all moping and whining more than a convent on Valentine's Day. Pull it together, everyone. Just because we're a little blue and having a rough year doesn't mean it's the end of the world. Life is full of ups and downs. Something will come along. Just wait and see. Guys, hey guys, look what I found. Oh my gosh, it's my.
Look, everyone, it's Cancer Girl.
Cancer Girl? What is it, Cancer Girl?
This is it, you guys. This is it. This is what we've all been waiting for.
Just a little sidekick. Randy, what you got?
You know how business is real slow?
Yes.
And how you all complain and moan about not getting a puzzle of aches and sirens?
Yes.
Well,
everything.
Let the girl sing, my friend. Let her sing.
Laura's right, Gabriel. I mean, I love your voice and all, but here at headquarters, you can simply talk to us. Now relax, take a deep breath, pull up a seat, and tell us what you have.
All right. Here's what it says. The Bloodshot Players announces open audition for American Superhero, an upcoming superhero variety show. All superheroes and reformed supervillains are invited to send in audition tapes. Live callbacks are to be held at the Bloodshot Theater. Come in full costume and prepared with a hero theme song or dance.
This is wonderful.
Yes!
Great news. Yeah, you guys, let's do it.
I'll give the church video camera for audition tapes.
Kids are going on the hike and help everyone rehearse their songs.
I've got lots of sheet music.
This is the end to my prayers. Didn't I tell you guys something good would come along?
That you did, Super Nun, that you did.
It was simply a matter of time. We just needed to find the right notes. Do you all remember what Sister Maria told us?
Oh boy, here it comes.
Song coming on. Well, it's just that for most of them, they're a little bit out of shape, you know? They're trying to get back into shape from the old days, but the days of fighting for truth, justice, the American way are distant memories. I mean, the closet's full of spandex, toned muscles, and six-pack abs disappeared ages ago. I mean, it's gonna take some time to get that all back.
We don't have time, Ashley. Simon and the producers are expecting us to be the newest, latest, and greatest sensation to hit the theater scene. We don't have any time for this, so go talk to them, please.
Yes, Mr. Dazzler.
Now, you'd probably be all thinking, Mr. Dazzler, you're being hard on them. And I'd say, you know what, you're right, I am. But it's only because I want them to succeed. They were all heroes, but they're all new to the theater. They come from all walks of life, and each one has a story to tell. But I guess I'm getting ahead of myself, so I should back up from a minute, start at the very beginning. A very good place to start.
Now flash back in time to the headquarters of the Lutheran League of Superheroes. Our heroes are hanging out around the TV, waiting for their next assignments. People often ask, what do superheroes do in their spare time? The answer? Musicals. They watch musicals.
Myself,
book, The Sound of Music is set in the fields of Austria, not in some dusty old church pew.
Listen, sister, just because you're a nun doesn't mean you know everything about the sound of music.
Well, excuse me.
If I had it my way, I'd add more hymn feet. Add setting 2 of the Holy Communion, throw in a few creeds. Well, short creeds. Not that epic long, what's it called? The Euthanasia Creed. Anyways, after a few songs, I'm sure to add a bunch of
Shh! Come on up, Captain. Take it easy on Superman. And please settle yourself down. We're trying to watch the show.
Thanks, Muscle Man. Hey, everybody. This is the best part. When you know the notes to sing, you can sing most anything. Oh, thank you very much.
Oh, super nice. You have such a lovely voice. Won't you come sing for one of my super potlucks sometime?
Of course, church basement lady. Just as soon as I see you at Mass.
Oh, jeez. Perhaps you didn't notice, sister, but I'm a Protestant. You don't do Mass.
Just as well. More salvation for the rest of us.
Please, you guys, what's wrong with all of you? Here we are doing a nice, quaint little musical, and you're all bickering and fighting with one another. We're the Lutheran League of Superheroes. That's a league. We're like a family. We're supposed to get along. We're supposed to use our powers to fight all the evil in the world. We're supposed to be pursuing truth, justice, and the American way. Whatever that means. Regardless, I think we all need to take a chill pill and relax to our next mission.
That's just the problem I'll see. Since I haven't gone off in weeks.
Well, I agree, Elsie. Business around here has been really slow. Back in the day, we used to be on magazines and TV shows all the time, but now we're just not part of the public consciousness.
Lisa, Miss, I'm a celebrity spokesperson, Lisa. Miss, I'm an entertainment agent, Lisa. Miss, I'm a 106.9 spokesman, Lisa. Miss,
Captain!
sorry, what? I'm sorry, Lisa. Well, we all seem to be dead over the hill as superheroes. I mean, look at me. My hymns and liturgies used to be known by the heart by millions. I used to own Sunday mornings.
Then what happened, Captain?
I'll tell you what happened, sister. People began to get bored of the same old hymns and liturgies. Started listening to that new book with one voice. Now, coming out with a new Lutheran book of worship. I'm doomed, I tell you. Doomed. Pretty soon, I'll be good enough for holding up poinsettias at Christmas or a doorstop or, well, I'm sorry, everybody. I guess I've just been a bit depressed lately.
I know how you feel, Captain. I used to be the man. I was the real deal. A lean, mean fighting machine. An avatar of strength. Heck, my biceps were so bulbous that scientists could set their clocks to them. Then, a few years back, my hair went gray and my six-pack just disappeared. Now the only real business I get is from the seniors at the North. It's not the same.
Lovely Lutheran Crusader, but what about all those new superhero movies that have been coming out lately? Spider-Man, the Fantastic Four, Batman Begins. There's even a new Superman coming out this summer.
If you ask me, church basement, that's exactly the problem. You superheroes are so irrelevant in today's world, they only get as entertainment. Now, I'm no expert. I'm just a little caretaker here at headquarters. But it seems to me you superheroes have just dropped off the radar screen and land on the silver screen, forever enshrined as fictional icons due to video game existence.
Stop it, Mark. You're making me all depressed. I'm gonna need some more Botox. I'm so lucky to have Botox.
Listen to you guys. You're all moping and whining more than a convent on Valentine's Day. Pull it together, everyone. Just because we're a little blue and having a rough year doesn't mean it's the end of the world. Life is full of ups and downs. Something will come along. Just wait and see. Guys, hey guys, look what I found. Oh my gosh, it's my.
Look, everyone, it's Cancer Girl.
Cancer Girl? What is it, Cancer Girl?
This is it, you guys. This is it. This is what we've all been waiting for.
Who is they? Cantor girl, you're not an assignment here, lead catchers. You have to catch everything.
Let the girl sing, my friend. Let her sing.
Laura's right, Cantor girl. I mean, I love your voice and all, but here at headquarters, you can simply talk to us. Now relax, take a deep breath, pull up the seat, and tell us what you have.
All right. Here's what it says. The Bloodshot Players announces open audition for American Superhero, Nothing Superhero Variety Show. All superheroes and reformed supervillains are invited to send in audition tapes. Live callbacks are to be held at the Bloodshot Theater. Come in full costume and prepared with a hero theme song or dance.
This is wonderful.
Yes.
Great news. Yeah, you guys, let's do it.
I'll give the church video camera for audition tapes.
Cantor girl and I can help everyone rehearse their songs.
I've got lots of sheet music.
This is the end to my prayers. Didn't I tell you guys something good would come along?
That you did, Super Nun, that you did.
It was simply a matter of time. We just needed to find the right notes. Do you all remember what Sister Maria told us?
Oh boy, here it comes.
No recess, no nap time, and no show and tell. Yep, life at the supervillain prison pretty much sucks. The stress sometimes sends prisoners into uncontrollable fits of evil laughter. Ha ha ha! Ha 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 ha! Everyone who gets sent there can't wait to get out. In order to get paroled, however, villains have to attend classes with the infamous General Usher.
your time, and now it's time for you to step back into the world. I'm here to transform you into respectable members of society. Now, before we begin, let's take roll. When I state your name, you stand up and say, "Here, Dr. Keys."
Here.
Very good, excellent. Next, I have Mr. Office Maximus. Here. Very, very good. Let's see, help me pronounce this correctly. Is it L.L. Cool Reverend?
What up, Bush? That's me. Well, you can call me LL Cool Rev, short.
Right, okay, whatever, dude. What are you doing here, Reverend?
Well, check this out, Sir Jen. Apparently, the powers that be have dropped the bomb on, say, one situation. I'm not here as a super villain, Hush. I'm here representing as you all's new chaplain. For what? Yeah, Chaplain LL Cool Rev's in the his house. Yeah.
Chaplain, hey, that's great. They need your services when this group on this biz gets out of control. You see what I mean? I'm glad you're here, Reverend.
George.
Let's see, do I have this right? Is it Spot and Emma, also known as the Bacus twins?
Here.
Great. Girls got a light. That's a joke.
Oh, good one. Like I've never heard that one before.
Like, yeah, I suppose. Sorry. This black velvet?
Here.
Dancers of Doom? The Dancers of Doom. Where are the Dancers of Doom? Ah, you must be the Dancers of Doom. Are you the Dancers of Doom? I said you're the Dancers of Doom!
Excuse me, General, but the dancers don't talk.
What?
They're liturgical dancers. They express themselves through movement by becoming one with the fabric of the liturgy. Since words only get in the way of this expression, they don't talk. In fact, they've never spoken a word.
Huh, really? Liturgical dances, you say? Will all be an army's uncle. So then, Miss Velvet, who gives you the right to speak with them?
Well, sir, I mean General, sir, I'm actually one of them.
Your dancer do.
Yeah, you see, since I can talk, I'm their leader. Please understand, liturgical dance comes from a place deep within, a diaphanous place where words become mystery. We create pure movement, like flickering candles within the wax of the world. We used to mesmerize congregations with our ecclesiastical flames, sending souls off to serve the Lord with newfound hope and vision.
So you were church dancers?
That's right, General. That is, we were until we started robbing banks. Yes, we became bank robbers. I wanted to see if dance could affect people outside the church as well as within. So the dancers and I began dancing into bank lobbies. People were stunned, mesmerized, really. The tellers and cashiers would become hypnotized and would hand over the money without question. We realized that our talents could be used for pursuits of both good and bad intent. Unfortunately, our run of crime ended when that super nut character brought in her nunjas and busted us.
Fascinating. I never knew that dance was so powerful a medium. We do, however, need to get going on tonight's lesson.
Oh, of course, General. Thank you for letting me share.
Certainly, Miss Velvet. Now let's get down to business. Like I said before, the purpose of this class is to teach you all how to re-enter society. Most of you have been behind these prison walls for a long, long time. You've all been bad. Very, very bad. Bad? All right. Enough of y'all going to stop it. I'm here to teach you how to become good. You understand?
Yes, sir.
Great. First we need to get better acquainted. We've all heard Miss Velvet's fascinating story. Now it's time for the rest of you to share. I know. You're all not used to doing this relational thing, especially while in locker. It's not my favorite thing either. But today's America is a different country, boys and girls. It's a complex, scary place. The days of your innocent comic book antics are long, long gone. Out there, freedom is king. You've forgotten that being in here so long. You just need to learn to respect other people's stuff and live with our differences.
Where are you going with this, General Usher?
I was just into that, Dr. Keys. I was talking about living as responsible citizens in today's America. Responsible citizens make good choices. Responsible citizens fight for truth and justice in the American way. Whatever that means.
Excuse me, sir, I'm British. Do I really have to fight the American way?
You've got a point there, General.
Whatever's wrong with them?
Word, yo. It's the power of the Holy Spirit. No, it's dang left. It's the power of the laugh from Moses. Stop, break it up, and away, my friends. The Lord Almighty has inspired, inspired, and iron into your servants. History, yo. Yeah.
Attention! You seem to have gotten a bit off track. Reverend, contain yourself. Spot, Emma, get up off the floor, please. And Dr. Keys, to answer your question is yes, this is America. You're the show talk.
Yes, sir, General Usher, sir.
Remember, class, out there in the real world, you all need to play well with others. This means joining the global communities. This means learning to respect our differences and embracing diversity. So, class, why are we all here?
To learn to act as responsible citizens.
Exactly, very good. Now introductions all begin. Like I said before, my name is General Usher. Back in the day, I was a car salesman and auto mechanic. I also served my country in the reserves. At that time, I was active at Valley First Lutheran Churches in Usher. I was good, real good. And eventually, I worked my way up to the position of head usher. Soon, car sales tanked, and I got a little bit desperate and started skimming off the top, so to speak, from the offering plates and the narthex.
That's awful, General Usher.
I know, Miss Velvet, I know. Let me tell you, sin is a slippery slope. It was so easy, I got my friends from other churches to join in. Believe me, my authority as head usher was influential. Soon I had ushers from all over town involved in my citywide copper rackets.
What happened? Did you get caught?
Of course I was caught. That Lutheran Crusader guy busted me and I ended up in here with the rest of them. What I did was wrong and it hurt a lot of people. I'm just glad this prison gave me a chance to rehabilitate. After going through this class myself, the board recognized my sales talents. Put me in charge of teaching y'all right here. So that's my story in a nutshell. Who wants to go next?
I will, I guess. I'm Office Maximus. You can call me Max if you want. That's what I was before I became a supervillain. You see, I used to be the office administrator at Phoenix Lutheran. Back then, they still called the secretaries. I was in charge of putting together the bulletins, newsletters, and answering calls. Everything was going great, really, but I began to get bored. Eventually, I gave in to temptation and started stealing office supplies to sell on the black market. A tape dispenser here, some Sharpie pens there, nothing too big really. I became Office Maximus after I was caught in the Viaduct one night with a truck full of staplers. That's when I realized I became a supervillain. After that, they took away my staplers and threw me in jail.
That's an awful, dreadful thing you have done, Office Maximus.
I know.
But I claim it's fun. I mean, it's your villain name that I'm fond of. Yes, your villain name. Transgressions that were really quite tough.
So, Dr. Keys, what's your story?
Well, I too have a backstory of the church origin. I grew up from a wealthy family in London, the son of a world-class soprano and the concert master of the London Symphony. I always got the best that money could buy. Clothes, cars, trees, whatever I wanted, I got it. It goes without saying that I'm extremely talented.
Yo, Keys. One night in Bangkok makes the hard man humble, brah.
Excuse me? Bangkok? What are you talking about, Reverend? Whatever. my senior year in the World Organ Championships, I knew that my greatest competition would come from Miss Arletta Anderson, an accomplished young organist from Queen Anne Lutheran Church. She was a scrawny young thing back then, with fingers as quick and nimble as a ballet dancer. I knew I wouldn't stand a chance, and second in the Keys family just doesn't cut the great coupon.
So what you do about it, Holmes? Did you have your posse come and knock off? Did you send a packet? Did you pull the plug?
Reverend! How dare you suggest that a man of my will and stature and wealth would dare stoop to such a level? No. Not do any such thing to Miss Anderson. Instead, I simply had the acolytes here take care of her, so to speak.
That was our first mistake. Listening to him.
He told us he was going to take us on this world tour if we won. He told us we were going to be his pyrotechnic crew. He told us there was so much more to acolyting than just lighting the church candles. And setting off the fireworks at laser-light organ shows. He promised us fame and fortune. He promised us our own Vegas show along with Celine and Lady Gaga.
It's all right, Sister. It's all right. Soon, we'll get out of here, and we'll be able to set the world on fire again. What I mean is that we'll be able to start acolyting again.
Have you girls ever considered liturgical dance? It is an art that is both liberating and healing.
Yeah, right, Black Velvet. You want healing, you try some pickled hair in the morning. That'll clear things up in a hurry. Now back to Dr. Keys and the acolytes. What exactly did you do, Sparky Amber?
Well, I tried to use my flame of wisdom powers to convince her to drop out of the competition.
And after that, it didn't work. I used my flame of justice powers to, how do I put it, take her out? Oh, don't worry about it. I just extinguished her. I simply gave her a sharp whack with my acolytes. That took care of things.
That's true, Doc Ock.
I'm afraid to admit that it all is, Reverend. It was all so unfortunate. Not too bad for Alexa. She'd won the Flint contest already. Last I heard, she was still pumping the pedals at Queen Anne. What was unfortunate is that I was caught. That bloody Captain Greenbook! I curse his name this day! I mean, really, how would they even make
Unfortunate? I'll tell you it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate that he didn't bring us down with him. We're only here because he got caught.
No, but not about just you. You and your plans would have had 12, 15 minutes. I mean, but how did they figure out it was me? How? It just doesn't come together. It all worked out very well for that Tanya Harding girl.
Actually, Dr. Keys, she was caught too.
Oh.
That's enough out of all of you. Now it's clear as the sky is blue that you've all made some pretty bad choices. You've all shown promise along the way, but all gave in to greed, pride, and envy. Now you find yourselves here in my classroom. Now, first lesson has to do with a little thing called attitude. Now, who can tell me the difference between a hero and a villain?
Latex costumes?
No.
Excellent catchphrases?
Nope.
Sidekicks.
Negative.
Alter egos.
That's not it either. What do you think, Reverend?
What? Like, what about the belief in the true nature of baptismal grace and the archaic cosmology of light and darkness in a dualistic universe? Y'all heard me stating my credo, yo? It's about attitude and belief. What do y'all believe in? You spend more time helping people instead of dissing on them, you wouldn't be sitting in prison or farm school right now.
Well, look who's calling the kettle black. What makes you so innocent, Reverend?
You're right. My bad, y'all. No, like it says in the Royal King James, all have sinned and fallen short of the glory of God. I guess I need to remember that myself and not throw any stones. I'm sorry.
That's all right, Reverend. We all understand. Us supervillains are all guilty of throwing a few stones here and there. I think we're all just getting a wee bit uptight from being cooped up like this.
Believe me, Bacus, I'm with y'all. Before I was ordained, I too spent some time in the hole for stealing a church bag. I must have been tripping at the time, because I thought the van was talking to me. And then I realized I had no control of the steering, that the van itself was driving on its own. It drove me straight to jail and turned me in where I belong. Anyway, after I got out of the clinker, I decided to dedicate myself to God's service. And today, the big guy is calling me to serve y'all right here.
That's great, bro.
But even God's service ain't perfect. Sometimes I do get a little judgmental, I know. All I was trying to do was answer the general's question. You know, about the difference between heroes and villains. All I was saying is it's about attitude and belief.
What do you mean, Reverend?
I mean, it's all about what you believe in. If you believe in a God that created you to love, serve, all cosmic drama, you're more likely to do better things. By serving others, you become a hero. But if you just put your faith in yourself, you'll just end up serving y'all's truth. And God may give us the sweet wheels, but we're the ones who have to get in and drive. The good news is, we are not alone. God gave us the ultimate teacher, Jesus the Christ, the Messiah MC, the Rex triumphant for you and for me. Thank God Almighty that JC is in the house to help guide our ride. Amen, brothers and sisters. Amen.
Excuse me, Reverend. Take your place. That's not exactly how I would have put it, but I think the Reverend here is on to something. It's about attitude and belief. Now, you'll all soon re-enter society. If you want to rehabilitate, most of you are going to need a little attitude adjustment. Some of you are going to need a big adjustment. Now, we're almost out of time, so I'm going to give you your first lesson. Your first assignment, if you will. The Love Shack Players announces open auditions for American Superhero, an upcoming superhero variety show. All superheroes and reformed supervillains invited to send in audition tapes. Live callbacks to be held at the Love Shack Theater. Come in full costume and prepared with the hero theme song and dance.
Wait a minute. What are you saying? That this is like a work assignment and we've been around for this show?
I think that's what he's saying.
General, you can't be serious.
I am serious, and don't call me Shirley.
I didn't.
Seriously, class, I think this is a great chance for you all to get on the fast track to rehabilitation. In fact, I arranged an early release for everyone that tries out.
Really?
Early release?
Including the Dancers of Doom?
I said everyone.
This is wonderful, just wonderful. All of my old Oxford colleagues will have an absolute hoot. Have you heard? Young Joffrey Keyes has gone from musical prodigy to off-Broadway actor.
I'm glad you're also agreeable. That's very excellent. Dr. Keyes, will you help everyone prepare their music?
Well, I was organist of the year, you know.
No.
Ah, I see. Well, let's give this a whirl, everyone.
Bad boys, what you want, what you want, what you gonna do? When the sheriff John Brown come for you, tell me what you gonna do, what you gonna do? Yeah, bad boys, what you gonna do, what you gonna do when they come for you? Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you wanna do when they come for you? When you were 8 and you had bad traits, you go to school in the golden rule. So why are you acting like a bloody fool? If you get hot, then you must get cool. Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Nobody not give you no breaks. Police not give you no breaks.
The soldier not give you no breaks. Not even your agent not give you no breaks. Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you?
Winning the Superman way? Nah. Secret Lives of Superheroes? No. Then have you read any of these? Wonder Woman's Guide to Super Feminism? Then what can I read?
I don't know.
His and her knitted cape patterns? Must be grandma's. What's this? The Superhero Chronicles?
Hi, Ben. Hi, Peter. Peter, what are you looking for?
Just a good book for my bedtime story. Can you read me this one?
Superhero Chronicles. Oh, Peter, you don't want me to read that book.
Why not?
Well, I just don't think you'll like it very much, Peter. Why don't you pick something else?
I've looked, Grandpa. All the other books are for adult books. This is the only one that's for kids.
Well, I don't know about this.
Oh, come on, Grandpa. You promised you'd read me a story before bed.
Oh, all right. Okay, then. Climb up here so you can see. Where are the Superhero Chronicles. Once upon a time, there was a brave young man named David. David lived up on a farm up in northern Minnesota, back in the days when farms were everywhere. Let me tell you, Peter, they really were everywhere. Me and my friends and everyone I knew were from farms. These days, most of us live in the big cities. You know, living on the farm used to be the American dream, Peter. The everways of green, blue skies, the farmyard, it was a way of life that few people know anymore.
Grandpa, can you read the story?
Oh, yeah, sorry about that. Where were we?
David on the farm?
Oh, yeah, the farm. David was the middle child of a big family. His older brothers and sisters were the football stars and homecoming royalty at school. David always felt that his younger siblings were spoiled and got all the attention. He wasn't an athlete. He was actually pretty scrawny. He didn't feel like he had any talents at all. He always felt like life overlooked him and spent most of his time working on the farm on his 4-H project.
What's 4-H, Grandpa?
What's 4-H? Oh, Peter, bless your heart. 4-H is a group for boys and girls, sort of like scouts or stewardship committee at church. That's a joke, Peter. Anyway, 4-H stands for head, heart, hands, and health. You know, I used to be in 4-H, Peter. Those were the good old days. I remember one time that...
That's great, Grandpa. Now can you get back to the story?
Yeah, the story. Sorry. Our young David spent a lot of time working on his 4-H projects. He built wooden toys. He grew state fair-sized carrots. But his prize project involved his chickens. Ever since he was young, David didn't understand why chickens had wings but couldn't fly. Now, David wasn't athletic or good-looking, but he was pretty smart. He was the president of his high school chemistry club, after all. So when 4-H introduced him into chicken breeding, he got an idea. What if he could get his chickens to fly? Imagine, David thought, what the world would be like if chickens could fly.
What would it be like, Grandpa?
Well, I don't really know, Peter. I don't really think David knew either. He was book smart, that David, but he wasn't exactly the most common sense person in the world. His mother used to tell him that his brains would always get him into trouble.
Have you read this story before, Grandpa? How do you know all this about his mother?
Well, yeah, I have. Let's keep going.
Okay.
So, like I was saying, reading. David had this crazy idea one day while learning about isotopes in his chemistry class. What if David thought he could engineer a molecular-based isotope that could enable poultry to fly? If he could get his chickens to fly, he'd be the talk of the town. Why heck, he'd be the talk of the entire state State Fair. David realized this was His key to happiness. Flying chickens.
That's about the stupidest thing I've ever heard, Grandpa.
What's that, Ben?
Come on, Grandpa. You used to read me that story when I was a kid, but I never believed it for a second.
Just a bedtime story, Benjamin. Now you're getting your britches all tidy over it.
Okay, whatever, Gramps.
So what did he do, Grandpa? What did he do? Did he get the chickens to fly?
Why, yes, Peter. After giving his chickens the ice coat, their scrawny wings instantly grew and stretched into broad, majestic eagle wings. These are wings any bird would be proud of.
Read the story, Grandpa. The story.
Oh, yes, I keep forgetting. It's just my favorite story. I can't help myself. Sometimes I get a little caught up in the excitement and everything. So, here we are. David's flying chickens became the talk of the town, all right. Unfettered by the farmyard, the chickens took to the skies in search of their freedom. The flying fowl were spotted in the blue Minnesota skies all summer. From Carlsbad to Fargo, from Winnipeg to Benjamin, the famous chickens were everywhere. Soon David became famous as well. After all the chickens were finally contained, he was armed with the 4-H Poultry Product of the Year Award. After showing his chickens in St. Paul, scientists from around the world arrived at his doorstep. David appeared on the covers of Saturday Evening Post, Time, and Life magazines. He wrote a book and did a speaking tour. Eventually, they even made a movie based on his accomplishment. They called it Look Up in the Sky. It's a bird. It's a plane. It's a flying chicken!
Come on, Grandpa, that's so ridiculously stupid. Whoever wrote that story has some serious mental issues. Peter, you can't possibly believe that this story is true, can you?
I kind of like the story, Dad, so you just be quiet. I want to hear how it ends, Grandpa. How does it end?
Well, it's a long story, Peter, so we can't finish it tonight. You need to go to bed. Your grandmother won't be happy with me if you're crabby in the morning.
Oh, come on, Grandpa, just a little bit more.
Oh, Peter, all right. Just a little bit more. But remember, you made a promise.
I know. I'll go to bed, Grandpa.
Okay, so, David became famous. He was no longer overshadowed by his brothers and sisters, and his fame brought him a lot of opportunities. But then one day it happened. The boys in gym class began pointing fingers and laughing at him. At first, he didn't know why. When he looked in the mirror, he saw the feathers growing up and down his arms. Oh my gosh, David thought, I must have been exposed to the ice stuff. What am I going to do? He frantically started pulling out the feathers, but found to his dismay, the new ones had popped right back in their place.
Wow.
It was horrible, Peter. Just horrible. I mean, for David, that is. Can you imagine having bird feathers suddenly sprout from your arms?
Can't be much worse than puberty, Grandpa.
Well, I think it's different. At least puberty stopped at some point. But for David, the feathers were there to stay. He tried to come up with an antidote, but nothing he made would reverse the feather curse.
So what did he do, Grandpa? What did he do?
Let me tell you, Peter. David was scared, but he was also pretty excited. He wondered what all of this meant. So late one night...
Harold, what are you doing? Why are you reading that story again? Peter, it's time for bed. Now drink your milk and head for bed.
Oh, sweetheart, I was just reading a little bedtime story. He promised to go to bed if I read to him for a while. Right, Peter?
Yeah, I promised. But what happened to that one night? What happened to David?
Come on now, Peter, you promised.
You did promise, Peter. We'll have to finish the story tomorrow, all right?
Oh, all right. Good night, Grandpa. Good night, Grandma. Good night, Ben.
Hey, come here, kid sweet.
Harold, why do I always have to be the bad guy?
Oh, Evelyn, I'm sorry. It's just that it's my favorite story. I couldn't help myself.
I know. It is a good story, isn't it?
Sure is. Good kids, too. They remind me of myself sometimes.
They are your grandsons, you know.
And yours.
Oh, Harold, it's really true what they say, isn't it? That all you need is love.
Yeah.
Wait, Harold, do you hear something?
No, I don't, but I don't have my hearing aids in.
No? It's definitely something. It sounds like music.
Why, yes, Evelyn. Let's go to bed.
No, wait, I know this song.
Well, I don't, and I'm not going to learn it either.
Oh, Harold, you don't stick in the mud.
tapes for the big show. I had to jig the church equipment for some duct tape and a coffee filter. But I got it working. I was up all night trying to get them all done and edited.
And Cantor Girl and I have got all your music prepared. We'll help you rehearse your songs and make sure you're ready for callbacks.
Everyone be sure to save your voices for Saturday. The Love Shack judges have a reputation in the greater vocal community as being sticklers for vocal technique.
Save it, Cantor Girl.
Everyone be sure to save your voices for Saturday. The Love Shack judges.
We heard you the first time, kid. Don't worry, we'll save our voices. We'll save our voices. I'm more interested in the new tapes. When do we get to see the tapes, Marv?
Yes, Marv. Do we get to see the tapes before we send them off?
You betcha. Just pop in the old Betamax here. You can all see what we've got. Hope you like them.
I'll get the popcorn. Here in Seattle, we're so lucky to have popcorn.
Okay, I'm going to show you a few of them here. This is Super Nuts.
Hello, my name is Sister Eloise, and I'm a nun in the Order of the Holy Habit, a convent that practices non-violent means of crime fighting. Well, mostly non-violent. Oh, we haven't always been a superhero convent. We used to be pretty normal, as far as nuns go. Our lives were filled with work, prayer, and our daily dates with Jesus. Life was good. But all of a sudden one day, all of that changed. A group of villains robbed the convent, and in an instant, our tranquil existence was shattered. After recovering from the surprise attack, we realized that the robbery was a sign, a call to fight for truth, justice, and the Catholic way. So we decided to call in the Pope for a little kung fu training. As you all know, Pope Benedict is an accomplished martial artist, a sensei and master like none other. How do you think he fought off all those German Lutherans without kung fu? Those grace-loving frogs will be running the Vatican this day. Our training was very fruitful. We learned the Rosary Roundabout. We learned the Holy Habit. Hack! We even learned the fabled Ninja Knockout. That's where they got their name. Benedict must have seen something in me, because he quickly took me under his wing. It was at this point that I took my new identity. Super nun. While not praying or cooking for Wednesday nights at church, I led the convent in kung fu practice. So now, after Vespers each night, we hit the streets of Seattle looking for trouble. Break up street fights, rescue kittens from trees, and keep the smokers at least 25 feet from public entrances. Our best job, however, was busting up an evil band of liturgical dancers. The leader's name was Black Velvet. Along with her dancers of doom, she had spent years robbing banks throughout the city for far too long. Their reign of terror had gone unchecked, but they were no match for me and the nunjas. We caught them in the act and turned them over to the police. God has called us to serve, and we've responded with grace, humility, and vigor. Thank you for considering me for an audition. We look forward to seeing you at the Love Shack Theater. May God bless you all. Goodbye.
Wow, wish I had joined the Sisters of the Holy Habit.
Yeah, me too. I mean, not as a nun, but as a caretaker.
Whatever, Marv. Just put in my tape.
All right, Lisa.
Hello, everyone. Hello, judges. Hello, Love Shack Theater. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch my video. My name is Lisa Gibbons, but you probably know me as Lisa Gibbons, because I'm a celebrity. The world's so lucky to have celebrities. After all, celebrities provide us with a cultural mirror, a mirror that reflects our history, our values, and who we want to become. The celebrity mirror is a symbol, if you will, of the superficial vacuum in America today. Within this mirror, we are confronted by our existential conundrums. Indeed, celebrities are symbolic mirrors, but we exist as necessary vanity,
when we celebrate celebrities, we celebrate ourselves. That's what America is all about, celebrating ourselves. This isn't good or bad, it simply is what it is. So back to Lisa. This is her story after all. You know, Lisa wasn't always a celebrity. She used to be another struggling actress looking for her big break. Well, that break came when she landed her role as co-anchor on Entertainment Tonight. Lisa brought celebrity journalism to a whole new level, turning gossip into primetime news. Celebrity affairs, cat bites, pregnancy rumors. She was always the first to break the latest story from the red carpet. Trading in her microphone for an Armani Lisa costume, she hit the streets to bring meaning to the world. What's Lisa's superpower, you ask? Well, it's quite simple, really. Her power lies in telling people how blessed and lucky they are. Most people don't even realize how fortunate they are to be surrounded by so many blessings, friends, family, celebrities, and that is so easy to take our abundance for granted. So, Lisa's mission as a superhero is to bring gratitude to the world by reminding people that they're lucky. She helps them step into a place of wholeness. She may not have a sidekick or a fancy Lisa-mobile, but she does have a catchphrase. An attitude of gratitude brings a spiritual latitude. Oh, the world's so lucky to have catchphrases. Thanks for listening, everyone. We'll see you at the Love Shack.
And now, through the miracle of the imagination, we travel back to the School for the Rehabilitation of Reformed Supervillains. General Usher's audition announcement has caused a flurry of excitement. The villains have been busy putting their tapes together and are ready to share them with each other.
Well, everyone. Welcome back to class. Are y'all ready to see some of your audition tapes?
Yes, sir, General, sir.
Remember, class, if you make the show, the supervillain prison will grant you early release.
Early release? Yay!
Very well, then. Black Velvet, I believe you're first in line.
Oh, thank you, General.
Oh, settle down. It's not like you win anything for being first. Okay, let me cue the tape here. There we go.
A beautiful greeting to one and all. It is with sincere pleasure that I, Black Velvet, submit this audition tape. May all of you at the Shack of Love find tranquility, inspiration, and fortitude within. My name hasn't always been Black Velvet. I used to be known as Miss Catherine Noga. I came to age within the roving art community of the Pacific Northwest. You see, Father built cutting boards for a living, and they were beautiful. Father's boards were coveted by arts and crafts fairs both near and far, so most of my childhood was spent on the road, traveling between weekend markets. It was there, at the weekend markets of my youth, that I learned to love dance. But dance by itself was only the beginning. It was the marriage of movement with the liturgy that really caught my fancy. My services were in high demand by dance teams near and far. I was good, really good, and doggone it, people liked me. Then came the fall. Oh, I didn't literally fall. I'm too graceful to have that happen. I mean my fall from grace. Just like Eve's dance with the serpent, I too tried to dance with temptation. I realized that crowds became intoxicated whenever they saw me dance, to the point that they would drop everything and stare. People would drop their purses, their groceries, even their babies. At first, I would just take an apple or a box of Chex Mix. You know us dancers. But then I started taking purses. From there, it just got worse. Eventually, my dance team and I began robbing banks. Before long, we were dancing through banks across the city. That's how we became Black Velvet and the Dancers of Doom. Then, one day, it all came to an end when that super nun and her nun just caught us red-handed. Yeah, I know it's hard to believe that sweet, innocent Catherine would turn to the dark side, but that's exactly what happened. We regret what we did. We want to make amends by bringing dance to the world. only this time in a positive way. That's why we like to dance for American Superhero, to fulfill our new call to bring grace, movement, and joy to others. Thank you for considering our audition. Hope to see you at the chapter.
Okay, next we have Mr. Office Maximus.
Bring it on, General! Oh, excuse me. Oh, howdy there, love check judges. My name is Max Sorensen. You probably know me better as Office Maximus, the legendary swindler of office supplies. Thank you for considering my audition for this show. I know I'm evil, dark, and intimidating, but people say I have a lovely tenor voice. Oh, goodbye.
Word to your stapler, Max, man. You the secretary with Mojo Office Gumby. Yeah.
What does that even mean, Reverend?
Oh, it's just a little seminary slang from back in the day, yo. I've been tripping up for the styles of the preacher man, Dr. Keys.
All right, enough seminary slang for now, Reverend. Let's play this last tape, Dr. Keys and the Act Loud.
Oxford. My beloved Oxford. I really do miss it. The architecture, the tradition, the history. I even miss the people. Well, okay, maybe not the people so much, but I do miss everything else. You Americans just don't know what you're missing. I mean, we British have schools like Oxford, Cambridge, and King's College, while you have this place called Wazoo. I mean, really, people, do you expect to get ahead in the world by pinning your hopes to such places? Anyway, back to Oxford. As you likely know by now, I was at the top of my class, a world-famous organist, even in grade school. But one person stood in the way of the World Organ Championship, Miss Arletta Anderson. She simply had to be stopped. So I came up with a plan. That's what the acolytes do. I had noticed Bob and Ember around the campus grounds, but I never really paid much attention to them. The little dog and pony show had left no impression with me. Their costumes, their training exercises, those candle lighting stick thingies, just a bunch of ballet. What was the point, really? Then it dawned on me that they could do my dirty work. So I hatched a plan with them to take out Arletta. It wasn't pretty, but it works like a charm. With Arletta out, I easily took first place in the competition. Of course, the authorities caught on instead, and we were apprehended. But now, our incarceration is complete, and we're ready to rejoin society. We're ready to take our place in the social circle of life. We're ready to, dare I say it, make a difference in the world. Okay, that might be overstating things just a bit, I do want to reform, however. I may walk a lonely road, but it's the only road I have ever known. I don't know where it goes, but I know that I walk alone. Wait a minute, isn't that a song?
Girls, you've got some good moves.
Thanks. Kumbaya, Emmer, kumbaya. Oh, Spark, it's Dr. Keys. He's fine. What's wrong, Dr. Keys?
Oh, nothing really. It's just that, well, watching my video reminds me of how lonely I am. Sometimes I feel like my shadow is the only one that walks beside me.
That is very profound, Dr. Keys.
Thanks, General. I ripped it off a song once. Maybe you've heard it.
All right, class, that's it for your videos. I'll send them off to the Love Shack Theater for the judges to review. Good luck with your auditions, everyone.